When it comes to dental health, flossing is probably the most important part of your oral hygiene. And if you want to keep your teeth and protect your health, flossing can really be a big part of that. Some tips on flossing your teeth would be to, first of all, take a nice long piece of floss, and there's a reason for that. And when you get your floss, then take and wrap the floss a couple of times around your middle finger so that it won't slip off. Then go to the other end of the floss and roll all the extra floss around your other middle finger. And the reason for this is when you're flossing, you can keep the floss nice and tight, and you can use your fingers like you're tightrope walking to go in between the teeth. When this gets dirty, if there's blood or plaque or anything on there, you can wrap it around the finger that didn't have much and unwrap some more, and you always have a clean piece of floss to work with. The next step when you're flossing is very important to keep your fingers very close to the teeth on the inside and outside of the tooth. Then you want to seesaw it back and forth just to get between the tight part of the tooth. Once it's in between the tight, you want to push toward the back of your mouth and rub up and down, and then come forward and rub up and down. Now, a very important part of this is if you look at the gums closely, all of us have a point of gum tissue in between all our teeth. And what most people complain about it hurting is if you're flossing between the teeth and you're down here, you don't want to pull forward or you're going to cut that little pointy part of your gums. So always make sure to wrap it around the tooth, rub up and down, come up to the tight part of the contact, and then wrap around the back side and rub up and down, then come out. So there is more to flossing than just going straight in, straight out. You really need to curve the floss around the tooth to scrape the plaque off with the string. There is another way of flossing, and a lot of my patients prefer using a floss stick. Looks very similar to this. They have all different kinds, and I have no problem with that because flossing, like I said, cleaning below the gums is so important to your oral health. So when you're using a floss stick, you need to remember the same concepts as we did with the string. You want to seesaw the handle through there till you get between the tight part of the contact. Then you push with your handle toward the back of your mouth to rub up and down, and that slightly curves the floss around your tooth. Then come up and over the point of gums and pull toward the front of your mouth and rub up and down. And that way you're curving that floss around, as much around the side of the teeth as you can, to do the best job of cleaning. Just remember that whichever part and whichever type of floss that you decide to use, it really doesn't matter as long as you're flossing, and that really is going to help you keep your teeth the rest of your life, and also it's just good for your general overall health.